6th chapter. Yes, Mataji. And the next line. That is a different verse. Abhyasena tu kauntaya vairagena cha griyate. So griyate means control. Abhyas and vairagya. Abhyas is, what does abhyas means in Sanskrit? Practice. What is the Sanskrit word for practice? No. Okay, privachi. What what is a privachi for abhyas? Abhyas is also called sadhana. What is the English translation of sadhana? So Krishna says abhyas. Prabhupada says by practice, suitable practice. So sadhana and detachment. And Krishna also says detachment. And Rupa Goswami says Yukta Vairagya. If you can use in Krishna service, good. But otherwise, the nature of the mind is like cranky. And okay, I'm okay with it. That requires some detachment actually. If you, yes, if you have proper engagement, but everywhere now, mind is looking for something. And wherever the mind is looking for is actually in the mood of enjoyment. Enjoy. But when we come into the mood of seva, then it doesn't matter what the results are. Then it's like, my Lord, how can I serve in this situation? And then the mind is trained by thinking everything is Krishna's arrangement. Okay, Krishna did not provide pakoras. These are Krishna provided. And my Lord, how can I? The mood, we take prasad in the mood of seva. This is what Krishna provides. So when we see the hand of Krishna and we see everything as element of Krishna, mind is not cranky. But if the mind is attached to something and the mind wants it, then it's a cause of frustration actually. So Krishna practice that, otherwise you'll be frustrated. Alright? Determination, ignorance, and that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. Such unintelligent determination, O son of Pita, is a mode of ignorance. So, what is determination, mode of ignorance? Basically, no determination. Isn't it? Is? Cannot go beyond dreaming. There's no determination. Sometimes it's fear. I cannot do that. Why? Oh, it's a lot of inconvenience. Do that seva. I don't want to do it. So when you don't do something out of fear, again it's determination or lamentation. Oh, that happens. So any kind of lamentation stops us. Sadness stops us, or illusion. That is an ignorance. In the mind of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Okay, this is clear? Who are too attached to sense enjoyment, this Bhoga Aishwarya Prasakta Maya Bharata Chetasam.
Prabhuji, then how does it say that mantra helps us to control the mind? Can you explain that?
Yes. When Krishna talks about what is that something that impels me to sinful activities, Krishna says, Kama Isha Krodha Isha Rajaguna Samabhava. Then Krishna says, how can we overcome calm? And Krishna says, by, who knows the answer? Last chapter, verse of third chapter. Practice and determination. Last verse of third chapter.
Surrender.
Bhagavad Gita as it is by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. What does Krishna say how to overcome calm?
To control the senses.
It lies in the senses. Calm lies in the senses. How do we control? Every answer is correct. Bhakti yoga, nobody can say anything wrong in that. And what does a specific word Krishna uses? You know what Prabhupada? Huh?
Controlling the manas with buddhi. With your intellect, you control your mind, and ultimately you control your senses.
Very nice, Prabhuji. What does Krishna says? Or how to control calm?
Surrender.
No answer is wrong.
Gyan and Vairagya.
Gyan and Vairagya. They are the two kids of bhakti. They are the two kids of bhakti.
Devotional service.
Emotional service. Your answer. Krishna says by deliberate intelligence and spiritual strength. Where do you get the spiritual strength? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Where do you get the strength from? You feel like nourished, right? I mean, sometimes it happens that you don't feel nourished, but generally you feel some divinity in the Hare Krishna Mahamanta. So that's spiritual strength. That will control. And another thing what Krishna says that is related to that. What is the beginning of that verse of Param Dishwa Nivartate? Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasate Hinam. Rasho Varjam Raso Apiyasya Param Dishwa Nivartate. Vishaya Vinivartate. The taste for sense object remains. That's the mind, right? But you overcome by Param Dishwa Nivartate. Again, that is connected to spiritual strength. And again, that is connected to mantra. Okay?
Yeah, another thing is that mantra, right? Because our mind is wandering right all over the places, so you need an anchor for it. And the mantra plays the role of anchor. When you intelligently bring your mind back to the mantras, it plays a role of anchor to hold your mind steady.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
You are again bringing the mind back. Very good.
That's what my thought is.
And if you have strength, how many of us experience when our chanting is good? We can say no. And how many experience when chanting is not good? The first desire that comes up is eating nice prasadam. Anyone have experienced? It's actually, I mean, eating nice prasadam transcendental activity, but there's a material angle to it because the mood is the mood of enjoyer. Right? Basically, the mood of enjoyer will increase whenever sadhana is not good. And then little thing, no tolerance also reduces. Anybody says anything, cannot have clear intelligence to make decision. We lose our self confidence. Also, chanting is not good. We are so dependent on chanting. That's why I asked, what is the kind of devotees? If they are devotees, then it's easy to discuss. Otherwise, discuss in different direction. All right. Yeah. Anything else? This is another verse. Yesham Tvantakatam Papam Janamam Punya Karmana Te Dvanda Moha Nirmukta Bhajan Temam Drida Vrata. What does the word Drida means?
Steadiness.
With determination. And when this based on that verse, when can one worship Krishna with determination? Yesham Tvantakatam Papam Janana Punya Karmana Te Dvanda Moha Nirmukta Bhajante Mam Dridam Vrata. So knows the translation.
Moha, when we are away from that material desire
Huh.
or material illusion.
When illusion goes away. Huh? When illusion goes away. So Krishna says, when does illusion go away? When will illusion go away?
When knowledge is there.
When knowledge is there, illusion goes away. Based on this verse. Because I said no answer. Whatever devotee said, you cannot say no because ultimately everything is connected.
Yeah.
But then we go back to law book. Prabhupada says, Bhagavad like a law book. Everything practice based on Gita. So what does Krishna says, how will Moha and Dvandva, Dvandva is duality, Te Dvanda Moha Nirmukta, Moha is illusion, Dvandva and Moha are gone. That person can worship me with determination. When illusion is there, you cannot worship with determination. So how will the illusion go away?
That's pretty
Okay, when will the illusion go away? Based on this. Bhakti Shastri, what we say, you have to answer based on this verse only. You cannot answer because then we cannot give the marks because every answer is correct. So when the illusion go away based on this verse? Okay, I'll use the word after anta. What is the word? Yesham to anta gatam papam.
Sins.
When you become free from sin. And how you become free from sin? Janana punya karmana. Janana punya
Some
karmana.
pious activities towards the Jana. No, Jana by birth.
Ha.
No, by birth.
Janana means so many words. When having performed pious activities for many, many births, one becomes free from sinful reaction, then Dvandva and Moha will come. But the cause of Moha is Papa. Example is Ajamila was attracted to the prostitute, and the reason is his previous sinful activity. If he was free from Pap, that attachment would not have come. And the easy way to become free from Pap is Sarva dharma parityaja mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam papa
Sarva
sarva
papebhyo moksha.
moksha ishami masucha. Surrender, and Krishna will take the path. When Krishna takes the path, you become free from moha and dvandva. When you become free from moha and dvandva, you see things as they are.
So then how to surrender to you?
Prabhupada says by surrendering to devotees. We understand the plan of the Lord through the plan of devotees. What do you think? It's difficult. Krishna speaks to devotees. When Krishna speaks to devotees, acting on it is an act of surrender. Krishna says to Arjuna, when your intelligence is freed from the dense forest of illusion, then you will become indifferent to all that you have heard and all that is to be heard. How many of you have heard this statement? Where is this statement? Yesterday we actually touched upon it. Where is this statement coming from? Krishna says to Arjuna, okay, so obviously it's coming in Bhagavad Gita. When your intelligence is freed from the dense forest of illusion, you will become indifferent from all that is heard and all that is to be heard. Go back to basics. This comes in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number
Two.
2.
He was very much bewildered, right?
Huh?
Like Arjuna was very much bewildered. What we see in that.
First, Krishna explains about tortoise. No, this comes before tortoise. This comes just before when Arjuna becomes so inspired and he asks this question, "Oh Krishna, then how does a self-realized soul sits? How does he walks? And how does he talks?" Krishna says, when your intelligence is free from illusion, you become free. When you're free from illusion, you will worship Krishna with determination. Then you want to know how do we do that? Then Krishna explains how the person responds, how this is all I'm sure you have read those things in Bhagavad Gita. So
I have one question for you.
yes.
So we, as you said that we know that when we perform bhakti, Krishna takes away our sins.
Yes.
How do you define that? Like how do we
No.
understand that?
Our suffering is because of our sins. If you perform bhakti, you become free from like relatively peaceful in our Krishna consciousness.
So it minimizes.
It over. Krishna takes that. You are like, but The moment Prabhupada says we perform any sinful activity, Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Jagai Madai, don't do it again. Prabhupada says after initiation, remain pure. But when we perform a sinful activity, then His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj says, we bar ourselves from Krishna's mercy. And Prabhupada says that creates a havoc in the life of a transcendentalist. Like everything like
It's like a circle, right, Prabhuji? Though we want to, we, we are chanting, and at the same time, Krishna wants to go eradicate the sins. Even in the due process of doing the spiritual practices, again there are mistakes, again there are offenses.
yes.
It's like a basically that propensities it go away, right, to act sinful.
Sin arises from lower modes. So Krishna says in Hamsadutta prayers in 11th canto chapter 13, situate yourself mode of goodness. Mode of, mode of goodness increase religiosity, mode of passion and ignorance release adharma, increases adharma. Those tendencies are increased by passion and ignorance. So Krishna says one must situate oneself in the mode of goodness. And how do we do that? Krishna says one must associate with those elements that are already situated in goodness. There is a primary way to attain goodness, there is secondary way to attain goodness. So exams for all of you. Ready? What is the secondary way to come to mode of goodness?
By associating
Huh?
by associating with it.
By associating with devotees, very good. What else?
By hearing.
By hearing is another answer, which is the primary way. What is the secondary way to come to mode of goodness? Question: can you come to mode of goodness without bhakti? How many of you think we can come to mode of goodness without bhakti? How many of you think we can come to mode of goodness only with bhakti? How many of you don't think anything? Again, I repeat the question. How many of you think we can come to mode of goodness without bhakti?
Without bhakti.
Without bhakti. How many of you think you can come to mode of goodness without bhakti? After a lot of thinking, some hands are raising now. How many of you think we can come to we can come to mode of goodness only with bhakti? Madhuri, raise the hand, put it down.
That's my answer.
Only with bhakti?
Lock kar do.
Okay, then question for all of you. Are there people who are in mode of goodness and who are not devotees?
Yes.
Oh, then how they come to mode of goodness?
Pious activity.
So means you can come to mode of goodness without bhakti?
Yes.
But that is not very fruitful. No, that is more of pure goodness. More of goodness, anybody can achieve without bhakti also. Any spiritual yogi or not spiritual, but it does not last for long.
Correct.
Yeah, but they can. It's possible for a person. Very shaky kind of thing. Like
Well, okay, here is the thing.
if I don't have base, like bhakti is our base. So it gives us a platform to hold that mode of goodness, right? To keep ourselves in the basically to stay in the mode of goodness.
Very good. And it will keep you going further.
Yes.
You know? Have you experienced those who are born in mode of goodness, almost till the end of the day, they usually remain in goodness only. Those who are in mode of passion, till the end of the life, they actually remain in passion. You all have testified, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
more.
the nature.
Huh?
That's the inherent nature of the soul. How we
So when the mode of goodness is throughout the life, so it's not shaking so easily actually. If you see a person situated, I know people in mode of goodness doesn't take bhakti, but very goodness actually. Sattva.
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada many times he said, what is the point of being in mode of goodness if you are not following the path of bhakti?
So what is the danger of mode of goodness without bhakti?
It's
They
a
can
pride.
fall. They can fall to
After
passion.
many lifetimes, they will gradually come to passion. based on the element they associate with, but it takes lifetimes. In this life, you cannot see in this 40, 50 years the mode changing.
Yeah.
Now, that's why it's called secondary method. That it is Krishna says, follow the secondary method to come to mode of goodness to Arjuna. Uddhava. Uddhava Gita Krishna says, do that. And he says 10 factors. One of them is time, the association, the place, everything is in three modes. No? The food, the associate with those things that are in mode of goodness, increase goodness. As goodness increases, religiosity will be strengthened. If you associate with elements which are mode of passion, ignorance, irreligiosity will be strengthened. You see something passionate, immediately you will come to passion. See, activity of ignorance, you are chanting, and some people are like sleeping in that environment. Chhoro yaar. The element you associate, that's why what do we do after getting up? Clean the place, take bath. Why do we take bath after waking up? Purpose after you sleep more than 1 hour, you should take bath. Why? Mode of ignorance will, the place comes in ignorance. So usually we don't worship in our room. Why? Because it has a
Take
tamasic,
care of ignorance.
the tamasic environment is there. Unless you blow some bell and you do some arati, and bring the place to transcendence. But primary method, how many of you think, even if we are in mode of passion, we can come to goodness in this life by bhakti? हम सब लोग एग्जाम में कितना जुटा हुआ था पहले नहीं, but now slowly we are coming to mode of goodness. We may not be in pure goodness, but we are improving. That's why bhakti is called primary method. Other methods second will take very very long time, but you can come. What is the verse? What is the primary method in bhakti by which we can come to goodness? Primary element in bhakti.
Shravanam.
You don't have to clap, you're clapping for you. Now, where does it come? What is the Shastra? Prahlad Maharaj.
Parikshit.
Okay. What is the Parikshit Maharaj? Perfected through Shravana. What is the Shastric reference that through Shravanam you will come to goodness? Okay, where is Shivan
Yes,
Bhagavatam?
God said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sartaka Gunai Sogunati Shuddha Chitte Kora.
So that does not specifically say goodness,
No, yeah, no.
but that says, I mean, that says through Shravan Adi, means any path of bhakti. Your in Hriday, your prema will arouse because it is already there. So what is the verse that says Shravanam? Through Shravanam, you can come to Sattva.
It's in somewhere seventh canto.
Or you can say it's somewhere in 1 to 12 canto.
Multiple choice.
Comes in first canto, chapter second. Shindatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Hridayantastoya Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhrit Sata. How many have heard this verse before? Shanvatam Swakatha Krishna. Krishna Katha Suno. Then what will happen? Hridayantastoya Bhadrani. And everything disturbing will be removed from your heart. And what is the effect of when the disturbing element removed from your heart? Then yatha rajas tamo bhava, that is rajas and tamo goes away. Sattva prasidati. The sattva will be established. And when sattva is established, the devotional service, the Lord is established within our heart as an irrevocable fact, and then one goes back to God. Very clear. What is that? That is the answer to the first question. The sixth question by sages. What is the essence of all advice? And he says the essence of all advice is, you hear Krishna Katha, your impurities will be removed. Goodness will come. Raju and Tamu will go. Once goodness is come, again religiosity will be established. Krishna will be established as an irrevocable fact. He cannot revoke. Means he will not go away. He'll be fixed, and then you go back to God. And that is the sum and substance of all the Vedic scriptures. So that's the primary method, and that is secondary method. All right. Any discussion on this so far? And
But you have to develop the taste for them. Like when it's reading, you can do or maybe like in the group discussions, like, but to hear the lectures like all the time, how to develop the taste.
two answers from Narad Muni Pastor. One answer Narad Muni says is, I heard, as I heard, I developed a taste for hearing. You know that verse? And I also know the Sanskrit of that. But do you remember that Narad Muni said that? By hearing, I developed taste for hearing. Shravanam leads to Shravanam. Kirtanam leads to Kirtanam. You chant and develop taste for chanting. You hear, develop taste for hearing. That's another thing. He ate the remnants of.
Sages. Yeah. Like even Kapil Muni tells you could hear for a long time.
By hearing, you develop taste. And as the heart becomes pure, you like to hear more. Devotional service itself purifies the heart. As the heart becomes pure, one develops taste for devotional service more, and it's a cyclic process. Another thing, the most important thing based on Srimad Bhagavatam, the one thing that brings taste in hearing Krishna Katha. From the first canto, second chapter, raise your hand if you know the answer. First canto, second chapter, what does Sukadev Goswami says, Sutta Goswami says, how to develop taste in hearing. What is the answer?
By serving others.
Great.
That's what happened with Nadi.
What is the verse? Mahat Sevaya Vipra. Anyone remembers? Vasudeve Katha Ruchi Bhakti Yoga Prayog. Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. What is the first line? Okay, anyways, the second line is Vasudeve Katharichi Shyan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. Shyan means is brought about by. Vasudeva Katha Ruchi Shyan is brought about by Mahat Sevaya Vipra. When you serve the Mahat. Now you got the answer. I asked Varsana Maharaj. Radhika Kripa Mataji determined to get the verse out. Shushishra Satadhanasya. Thank you. Okay. Now I asked Varsana Maharaj. Maharaj, everybody knows Varsana Maharaj.
Yes.
Then your life is successful.
Lives in Nidhi.
If you know the name itself, your life will become successful. Such a pure soul. So as Varsana Maharaj, how do we develop taste in bhakti? I specifically generalized. Maharaj says service to devotees. Then I asked Maharaj, he said service to Mahants. I asked Maharaj, where do we get the Mahant from on day-to-day life? It's a good question. I found practical in living in this convert. Where do you get the Mahants? The pure souls. Narad Muni got the opportunity. How many times we get the opportunity to worship pure souls? They are like superstar. Very difficult to access them. You see them from far away, your life is successful. But how do we get a chance to serve them? So Vasana Maharaj told me, serve the guest. Another translation of that, Maharaj said, preach. That is a great service to devotees. Krishna says the best service to devotees is if we preach. Where does Krishna says that?
18th chapter.
What does he say?
I am the person who talks about me.
There is nobody more dear to me than one who glorify me and repeat this message of Bhagavad Gita. Preaching. What was the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everybody he met?
Krishna.
Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says, Madhya Leela, he told to Kurma Brahmana. Janta Laive Krishna na Jaya Dhika Tareka Krishna Upadesh. And then Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says, whoever Mahaprabhu met, he would give the same instruction. Another place Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says, Vaishnava Seva Nam Sankirtan. Shigra Paive Shri Krishna Charan. So he 64 items Mahaprabhu dissolved into two. He says Vaishnava Seva Nam Sankirtan. Vaishnava Seva can be divided into preaching and Seva. Why? Because who is a Vaishnava? Who chant the name of Krishna once is a Vaishnava. Any doubt about it? Who said that? So can you defeat Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu said, who chant the name of Krishna once is a Vaishnava. And what is the best seva you can do? You can feed prasad. That is not the best seva you can do. What is the best seva you can do?
Following the instructions. Speak out.
Well, to especially if you are preaching, what is the best service you can do? Is by bringing them closer to Krishna. You heard the example of Srila Prabhupada who says a lost son who was given the medicine, who was given the food, who was given the shelter.
Toys.
Toys, okay, she gave the toys also. Or somebody called and connected them to the Father. So who did the maximum service? Prabhupada says one who connected them to the Father. Because all the problems for all the lifetimes is resolved. What is service? What is the purpose of seva? I'm not going to finish this presentation. It's just not possible. This itself will take 3 seminars to determination sadhana. But what was I saying? Huh?
But the boy got connected to face. After that,
Is the best. है ना? Now, what is the purpose of seva?
is to please Krishna.
Yeah, that is the correct answer. One step below we are one step ahead of us. Is to please the Vaishnavas. If you serve somebody, but you don't please, is service rendered? This service is rendered. Prabhupada told one devotee, bring me some water. What did devotee do?
Orange juice.
Orange juice? Okay, I heard milk.
Maybe
Okay.
that's what I meant.
That's okay. He brought something. Let's say milk. Prabhupada, this is milk. I need water. Prabhupada, milk. I need water. Milk. It will nourish you, Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I know what will nourish me. I need water right now. Prabhupada, this is also liquid. It will quench your thirst and will replenish you. Prabhupada said, you get out. Call somebody. Can you bring water for me? Did he do service? उनका जपा उनका जपा का नुकसान हो गया होगा. The purpose of seva is to please. What is the best way to please somebody? Best way to please somebody is by giving them Krishna. How many of you agree? If they get Krishna, what do? Get a relief from this service to Maya. This is so grateful. Correct, right? How you can please somebody by feeding prasad. How much blessing will you get? Nice prasad, 5 minutes. If you please somebody by giving them Krishna, throughout the life they will say, Krishna diya, Krishna diya, Krishna diya. Isn't it a great service? So through that service you get lot of blessings. I was listening to Bibi Gautam Maharaj, I was sharing, Maharaj was mentioning, you want mercy, you give mercy. Amount of mercy you give, you will get it. What does Bhakti Vinod Thakur says? Kasturi laibe ami purna have kam khoda netai khoda netai. कस्तूरी लाई पे आमी वो बोले कि आई विल टेक यू टू निताय टू लॉर्ड चैतन्य एंड आई विल गेट सम कस्तूरी दस्तूरी sorry okay sorry dasturi means commission. I'll take you Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I'll get my commission. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, that's why I'm writing this song. आप जाओ, Nitai has opened a marketplace. Khoda Nitai means Khoda means khola. In Bengali they say khoda. Khoda. What has he quoted? Surabhi kunjete name hath khuleche. Surabhi kunjete name hath khuleche. Khoda nitai, khoda nitai. He has opened a marketplace of holy name in Surabhi Kunj. He's selling the holy name. What is he selling it for? What is the price you have to pay to sell? Huh?
Greed, greed.
Great. And Bhagwan Thakur, anybody who just open to accept it is giving it. And we do the same thing. Anybody giving, like, how do we chant? We are all devotees. If somebody says, how do we chant? That is our greatest joy. Correct, right? If somebody says, can I get beats? How do you feel? You feel like your day is successful. Somebody is saying, someone, Neta is like most merciful. Yes, recently I was hearing a lecture on Nitya Trayodasi by my spiritual master, His Holiness Sarna Swami Maharaj. Maharaj was mentioning, I mean, we all have heard, Nitai would go and some envious people will tell Nitai, get lost from here. What would Nitai do?
He used to fall at their feet.
This is too much. You would fall at their feet and please take chant name of Krishna. I said, this is, I mean, we cannot do that actually. That is Nitai. That's why he is most merciful. Okay, so we have completely deviated from our topic, right? Since a long time.
Shravana.
Huh?
Shravana was
Shravana Prabhu. Mahat Sevaya will give you Vasudev Katha Ruchi. Katha Ruchi, which is Shravanam, will give you freedom from impurities.
this Shravanam is you said Katha, right? So it's only Katha is a part of Shravanam, or even the Krishna's teaching and principles and philosophies, if we focus more on that and less on pastimes, is also okay, or
Perfect. The proper clear instruction. Krishna Katha includes what is spoken by Krishna or spoken about Krishna or speaking about the devotees of Krishna. Everything is Katha. Why? Because Shakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastra. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Krishna himself. We should worship our spiritual master as Sakshat Hari. Yeah. Guru Maharaj is Krishna. In a way.
it's
No,
manifestation.
sometimes Sakshat Hari. Yeah, as same as Krishna. That Hari.
Differentiate.
How can be?
Differentiate.
थोड़ा सा confusion लग रहा है. Sakshad Hari means he is directly Hari. Sakshad Haritva.
Manifestation of God.
He is Haritva means it doesn't say Sakshad Hari Samasta Shastra. Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastra. He has all the qualities of Hari. Haritva means the quality of Hari. Sakshad is manifesting in Shri Guru. The love of Krishna is coming to Shri Guru. The desire of Krishna is coming to Shri Guru. Qualities of Krishna is coming to Shri Guru. Why did we say that? That's okay. Any form of Krishna Katha is glorious because Krishna Katha. Okay, anything else? Should we go ahead? थोड़ा और पढ़ लेते हैं जब तक. क्या? Haritva means Hari ki qualities are manifested through Shri Guru.
Hari is not saying. Yeah, it's the representative of Krishna.
But we should worship as same as Krishna.
Yes. Just like Krishna comes, how you worship, Guru comes.
Yes, exactly.
If Guru comes, we will naturally bow down. Because how Ajamil became determined. Because of moment association with devotees, the Vishnu Dutas Ajamil detach himself from the material conception of life with determination. Thus freed from all material attraction, he immediately started for Haridwar. How, how determined was Ajamil after he got destroyed prostrated? How determined he was? He was very distracted, right? And then after that incident, what did he do? He left all of them, right? His 10 children he left. His wife he left. I mean, she was never a wife technically. But whatever she was, she left. And where did he go? Where did Ajamil go? Haridwar. What did he do?
He was seeking the association of devotees.
Well, he was not seeking association. He was continuously chanting the name of Narayana. Narayana. How many years? 13 years. Question: how many of us can go to Haridwar, sit in one place and chant Narayana for 13 years? Does that require determination? Did he have a determination before? He would neglect everything, and he was strongly determined to Bhogan Aishwarya. But now he is strongly determined to continue chant the name of Narayan. How he got that determination?
Association of
This is Bhagavatam 6 to 39. Bhagavatam says, because of moment's association with devotees, Ajam will detach himself from material conception of life with determination. With determination, he could detach himself because of moment association with devotees. That is another thing that Bhagavatam says how determination comes by sadhana. Okay, we'll discuss 10 more minutes and we'll end with that. Devotees who learn and steadfastly apply these basics without fail will rise to the highest level of perfection in devotional service. Or as Srila Prabhupada says, puts it, success is sure for the rigid practitioner. Arjuna said, O descendant of Vishnu, what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force?
Last only Arjuna.
Yes. And this is something that ruins our determination. Thus, knowing oneself to be transcendental to material senses, mind, and intelligence, O mighty Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, and thus by spiritual strength conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. This clear? We already discussed this actually. How determined am I in my sadhana? How determined is my sadhana can be gauged by 5 factors. Strong sadhana has 5 basic characteristics. It is perform a proper attitude, it is regular, it is attentive, it is goal oriented, and it is best carried out according to one's capacity. What is a proper attitude? Srila Prabhupada has 3 adjectives of proper attitude: that the sadhana is strict, it is serious, and it is sincere. So the rest of the presentation actually focuses on dividing and explaining these 5. For example, goal oriented. Everyone can understand sadhana is goal oriented. What is the goal of sadhana? Krishna prem,
service to Krishna.
service to Krishna, please Krishna. Every answer is right. How many of you have a desire to go back to Godhead? Let's be honest. Because your face is showing, your face and your hands are not matching.
Honestly, I don't know what is that. That's why I'm confused as I say.
Yeah. So question again, how many of you are determined, or how many of you really want to go back or back to God?
We want, but still we are not that determined.
Like it is recommended in the Shastra. That's why, yeah, I feel that I should not miss that chance.
Yeah.
But
But we also know like devotees sometimes say that it doesn't matter where I am.
where
just
I
want
am,
to
yeah,
serve
that's,
you.
I like that one.
Wherever
Chances
you
are more.
But I don't know whether
Because this process itself is to come.
And what does the word attentive means? What does attentive sadhana means?
focus.
What do we focus on?
On
Holy name?
Yeah.
Krishna prem?
Yeah. It's your name and praise.
Oh, you get it? Now we are
Of course, I mean, you take a name and you fall in love.
Yeah. So Prabhupada says attentive sadhana means hearing the sound vibration. How many times it happens that we are chanting but we are not hearing the sound vibration? It happens with me also, or you also
Yes,
go through that.
yes.
And that sadhana is not very attentive. Prabhupada said, listen. Prabhupada said, most important aspect of chanting is listen, 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 listen.
So that's question there for listening, right? So sometimes you listen it within your mind. That's also okay, or it should be loud listening.
Naradiya Puran explains thousand times more beneficial is loud chanting. Saying Haridas Thakur, there was a conversation between Haridas Thakur and anyone remembers who knows fellow?
नहीं नहीं
Oh,
चेतन
because of leprosy.
Huh?
Mostly
Because of
only
leprosy.
one.
His nose fellow. So there was a Brahmana who told Haridas Thakur, that's okay. A Brahmana who told Haridas Thakur, chanting has to be in the mind. Haridas Thakur said, chanting has to be loud. Then he said, if loud chanting, it will be, have no effect. Chanting has to be mind. Haridas Thakur said, Gayatri should be silent. Mahamantra should be loud.
Bhakti Vinod Thakur used to chant so loudly that
Huh. All our acharyas, Prabhupada, how many times Prabhupada sitting like this? There's Prabhupada Japa tape recorder. Means he's chanting loud. There's Prabhupada walking and chanting. You can hear it. Chanting has to be loud. So the Brahmana says, no. What kind of no? This is what is happening in India now. The Malechas are giving instructions to Brahmana how to chant. अभी तो उनका सत्यानाश होगा. Correct is Haridas Thakur with Brahma himself. So Haridas Thakur said, doesn't say anything. He himself put अपने पैर में कुल्हाड़ी मारना. He told Haridas Thakur, if you are right, if if I am right, your nose will fall off. Haridas Thakur did not say, devotees don't retaliate. Thakur paid obeisance is left, his nose fell off. Everybody understood Haridas Thakur was right. It's like, sometimes Krishna gives you an experience. Chanting should be loud. But loud, it doesn't have to be on the top of your voice, but loud enough so we can hear.
Whispering also.
It's like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. These vibrations will purify you.
So is this Upamshu, this kind of
No, Upamshu is no sound.
so then
This is Vachik.
this is Vachik. So we should chant like Vachik.
Vachik should come out. Just hear the vibration, let the mind. I asked Romapad Maharaj, how do we chant? Maharaj, how do we control the mind while chanting? What did Maharaj say? Maharaj said, by listening, you can control the mind. Now, think about it. When Prabhupada is telling attentive chanting is listening, Prabhupada Maharaj is telling, no matter what we are doing now, that will give a final conclusion. Mahajano yena katha sapanta. Attentive chanting means listen. Rupa Goswami says, we were discussing day for yesterday. I don't know how much nectar that two syllables Krishna have produced. I desire millions of first tongues so I can chant, and then unlimited ears. And when this sound vibration enter the region of my heart, my senses becomes conquered. They are like, given example, they are like snake with broken fangs. Like my senses don't become conquered. Rupa Goswami's senses becomes conquered. Means Rupa Goswami is listening. Otherwise, how will he say how much nectar the two syllable Krishna have produced? Another thing is the two syllables needs to be there. Sometimes the two syllables are also missing. Sir, stop. मंत्र कौन सा जप कर रहे हो आप? 16 है उसमें, 32 सिलेबल है उसमें, उसके कृष्णा नाम में 2 सिलेबल है क्या? It is called slaughtering the mantra actually. It should not do. What did Prabhupada say? Listen.
Yes, sir, hearing.
Listen. That is attentive. I asked Vrindavan Prabhu. Prabhu, Vrindavan Prabhu is very close to Raghunath Maharaj. So वो महाराज के साथ पहले साथ में सोते थे एक्चुअली क्योंकि he was a सन्यासी before. So I asked प्रभु महाराज का जप का मूड बताओ. महाराज बोले most attentive chanting. महाराज बोले is when you are chanting. This Vrindavan Prabhu told me 3 months back. He said the syllable are in your mind. You are seeing Krishna, Devanagari script. You are seeing Krishna. Understood? Hare Krishna, you are seeing God. Krishna Babaji Maharaj says अगर इतना attain हो गया, you will go to Radha Rani's lotus feet.
You see that syllables Krishna one chant. You should
Inside the mind, you are seeing the whole mantra.
hold on.
Means it is very clear chanting actually. What are the 3 things that are most important for attentive chanting? 3 P's. Pronunciation.
Pace.
What should be our pace? One mother yesterday told, I chant looking at time only. How much time is it? मैंने कहा mother जी meet me after the program. But she didn't come and meet me after the program actually. Because I look at the time and I just keep counting how much minutes it took. And ideally, Prabhupada says 5 minutes, 6 minutes is good. Sometimes we try to go to 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 1 minute chanting one round. I asked one devotee, so कितना लगता है 16 minutes, 16 round में? बोले around 45 minutes. माता जी यार तो मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग गलत है, आप कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं। हम में से कोई एक तो मैच नहीं कर रहे। और मुझे मैं ही गलत हो गई। मैंने कहा बताओ कैसे मन आप जब करते हो? हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम। मैंने कहा गारंटी 1.5 घंटे से कम नहीं रहेगा ऐसे तो। अब 40 रुपए कैसे? Pace, posture, pronunciation. Among these 3, most important is pronunciation. I was driving Chandramauli Maharaj. I saw him chanting. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. But when I see a new person chanting, all the senior devotees I see, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. When I see a new person, वो पता लगता है कि हाँ नए हो भक्ति जरूर। Chanting by rush. You know Shyamananda Prabhu, Houston, ex-temple president. So I just met him. There were some TP meetings. I just met him 2 months back. He just chant 64 rounds and he just Japa conference if you know, 2 to 7 and he speaks about Krishna half an hour. तो बोले मेरे को प्रभु जी आप आइए। मैंने कहा बड़ी कोशिश करेंगे। तो मैंने बोला प्रभु जी अपना जपा का सीक्रेट बताओ। मतलब वो हम्बल थे तो वो बोल दिए। वो बोले प्रभु डोंट रश। What is the need to rush? And what I have seen in my past and now, when I was rushing and now when I'm not rushing, I only save 10 to 15 minutes. उस 10 से 15 मिनट के लिए पूरा जीवन बर्बाद कर रहा हूँ मैं। यू ट्राई 16 वाला कर रहे हो, 5 मिनट से 6 मिनट हो गया, कितना समय यूज करोगे? 16 मिनट। इतना बड़ा तोप है क्या कि 16 मिनट आप सेव करना चाहते हो अपने जिंदगी में, और 16 मिनट में आप कितना सब कुछ कर सकते हो? 60 minutes you're trying to say. Just going from 5, and if you go from 5 to 6 minutes, you are very comfortable actually. But 5 मिनट में खत्म करना है ना, तो रश होता है। एटलीस्ट माई एक्सपीरियंस। अभी तो मैं 8 मिनट लेता हूँ, मैंने कहा अभी तो भाई आराम से करेंगे। अभी ओ फेस चला गया, फिर भागो 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 भागो। Okay, I think we will do only up till this point. If I spoke anything wrong, please forgive me as your humble servant. Vanchakalpatarubhescha kripa sindhu yavindacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. Anantapati Vaishnavendra ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu ki
Anantapati Vaishnavendra ki jai. It's a great pleasure. This is my first time coming to Dallas.